Okay, today we're going to talk about some of the features and pros and cons of the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. So the first thing that is going to be my biggest issue with the Galaxy 5 Pro is that there isn't a bezeled option. I've always gone with the bezeled option for all the previous Galaxy Watches I've had. That's the Galaxy Watch 2 and the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. The physical bezel on these really does help quite a bit with using the watch in different scenarios. So for example, this watch in water mode, you can still scroll through the let me just unlock it here. So this watch, if we put it into water mode so that it locks the screen from touches, that's awesome. But we can still answer calls with it. We can still dismiss or snooze alarms that come up on it, and we can still scroll through our tiles on the side to see everything. And if we get messages and stuff like that, we can scroll to the side using the wheel or using the bezel to see those messages. With the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, there is no physical bezel, so it relies on touch to go through that. And if the watch is in water mode, you no longer have the ability to see messages or go to any different tiles. If an alarm comes on while you're swimming with the watch, or you're in the bath or the shower or something like that, or just wet and you have it in water mode, you can't acknowledge those alarms. So I'm a little bit disappointed there was no bezel option because I do use the bezel quite a bit. And the other thing that I like about the bezel is that you don't have to put your actual finger in front of the screen if you're trying to read something or scrolling. This action kind of gets in the way of the screen, whereas this action you can scroll side to side and always have full view of what's on the screen. Okay, the next issue that I have with the Galaxy Watch 5 is kind of a design flaw. They have created this so that it does not sit flat. It is raised up. Even if you took off this section here, so even if we undo this, okay, they have created the angle that the strap connects to the watch so steep that it does not sit flat on the desk like previous generations. The issue with that is when we go to power share with our phones, or we have a flat charger, this watch will sit flat. Okay, I'll demonstrate that here. It can sit flat and contact the phone and wireless charge no problem from a phone or a flat charger, a desk flat charger. However, this one, the angle that this comes to, it will not rest without being pressed down. I don't know how well we can see that. So if I set it there, it rests about like this. And that is too far of a distance for the watch to sit and receive wireless power. So I'll show another side clip of that. Okay, so the other previous watches, they will sit flat. Now we can manipulate the strap here and kind of bend the corners in on it in order to get it to sit flat a little more, but then you're gonna end up probably damaging your strap. Okay, so we can bend the strap up like that, forcing the little strap ears down past beyond the bottom of the watch there. You know, if they took the strap in just slightly where it's a little more flexible, kind of like this one, on the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, we wouldn't have that problem. So now you can see here that when we do bend these ears of the watch strap through, you kind of have to force them back up in order for the strap to sit properly. You see that the ear is kind of tucked in there, so it's a little bit difficult to get it out. This can probably be fixed with, you know, an adjustment on the straps, but it is an issue. So I'm kind of stuck using the fast charger that came with it. So the next thing that I don't mind the thickness of this watch. It is fine. However, I did mention in the video that I made for this Galaxy Watch 4 Classic that I find that I'm bumping it into less things because it was a little bit slimmer. And now that I've put this one on, I find that I'm bumping into more things with it. I mean, door jambs and doorways and railings and stuff like that. Mind you, it's only 1 or 2 millimeters, but for some reason, subconsciously, I just find that I am bumping into more things, hitting the corners and the edges of the watch. Now, thankfully, the screen is kind of sunken in slightly. I'll see if we can get that to focus there. So you can see that it is slightly sunken in to the watch face there, so you don't really hit the watch face. So that's a plus, but you know, I did notice that I am kind of hitting these on things like countertops and door frames and stuff like that. Okay, and those are the few things that I've kind of found that have become an issue with the watch, or these are, you know, my least favorite things of the watch. It's a fantastic watch, and I would put up with those things any day. The new strap, this strap design is excellent. I really like this. It's, you know, it's not full sport mode, but it is good enough and strong enough that I don't find myself having to adjust it. It comes off quite easily, very convenient. I haven't had any issue with the watch strap unbuckling or anything like that, so that's good. The battery life is fantastic. Let's see if we can load up how long the battery life here has gone through. So currently, we'll see that we're at 20% battery life here. So 20% battery life. This face shows my phone life as well. So we're at 56% phone and 20% battery on the watch. And if we take a look at the phone, we can see that 20% battery life, and we still have 17 hours remaining. So that will last me till tomorrow. You can see that it's a little past, it's 2:30 in the afternoon here. So if we actually go into here and we go to our battery, we can see that it's been 2 days and 20 hours since our last charge. And this has been pretty typical of my watch usage. So I will get 3.5 days out of the watch. So tomorrow morning or tonight, I will charge up the watch. Generally try and charge it once it drops below 15% or so. It'll give me a warning, and that's when I charge it. So the 590 milliamp battery really has improved the watch usefulness. The old Galaxy 4 Classic watch, I would get maybe a little over 2 days, not quite 2.5, but I would go 2 days and then I would have to charge it right in the morning, or it would die, you know, by the afternoon. So I find that it's much more efficient. The Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, it's way better on battery, and the fast charging is really good. You can see here in this clip, I kind of pitted the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic and the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro up against each other, and the 590 milliamp battery with fast charging on the Galaxy Watch 5 charges up in less time to 100% than the 361 milliamp hour battery of the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. So we could try using fast charging on this, but this Galaxy Watch 4 Classic isn't fast charge compatible. So it'll probably just charge up in the same speed that it is on its own charger. And if you're interested in that little Galaxy Watch 5 Pro stand, it is a model that I printed on my 3D printer. I designed it and created it in Fusion 360. It should be up on Thingiverse. If you want to take a look, just search for TechWorks. It's one of my only projects there. And I find that the watch is quite comfortable. The infinitely adjustable strap, this magnetic D strap, you're not stuck with the rungs or the holes on the normal D strap, which is helpful. With this one, sometimes you're kind of in between where you want to be on the tightness of the strap. This one, you can kind of infinitely adjust. You kind of just pull the strap through here just a little bit at a time. You close that up, and then you have the magnetic latch here. And that helps you get your perfect fit that you like, that's perfectly comfortable. And whenever you want to take the watch off, you can just undo it there. The strap is really great. The feel is very nice. I only wish they had a bezeled version, because I would have picked that up. I really do use the bezel on this Galaxy Watch 4 Classic quite a bit, especially in water mode. You know, you go swimming and there's an alarm going off on your wrist, and this watch, you can't really do anything about it unless you take it out of water mode and then put it back into, you dismiss the alarm or whatever it is. With this one in water mode, you can just turn the dial the direction that you want, either clockwise for dismiss or counterclockwise for snooze, and it works great. So those are the few things that I wanted to bring up about the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. I'm going to keep it. I'll probably end up selling this one out on Kijiji or Craigslist or something like that. And I'm going to keep this one, and I will wait till next year to see about the Galaxy Watch 6. Hopefully they have a bezeled version and maybe even a bigger battery. But the battery life is the real saver on this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.